Dawn?
We are following some breaking news this morning out of northeast Roanoke County. Right now, police are on the scene of a standoff that ended early this morning in the 200 block of Orlando Avenue. That's near Brookside Park and Golf Course. This hours-long standoff came to a head during WSLS 10 at 11 as Katie Love was bringing us the story. Listen to this.
Now there's a lot of commotion out here. Now I can tell you it sounds like we're hearing firearms right now. We hear gunshots. This is live right now. You can hear that on TV.
It had to have been incredibly frightening. We now know, though, that those were not gunshots you heard, but gas grenades police used to force entry into the house. WSLS 10's Tim Ciesco has been following this developing story. He joins us live from Orlando Avenue right now with the very latest, and Tim, a lot quieter.
Yeah, it certainly is a lot quieter out here, Dawn. In fact, just a small police presence left here in front of the house. You can see right there. And what they're doing is keeping an eye on the scene, making sure that nobody walks into it. Officials telling us they have obtained search warrants for the house. And then later this morning and likely well into the day, you'll see officers out here combing through the house trying to collect evidence. And meanwhile, a suspect, 47-year-old Bill Long Jr., is behind bars after keeping police at bay for nearly 12 hours.
All you gotta do is drop that gun. All you gotta do is put it down.
Tense moments in this Roanoke County neighborhood as police tried to convince a man with a gun to come out of his home. A large crowd of neighbors nearby watching it all unfold.
It is scary to have something so close to home.
Officials say it began just after 12:45 Monday afternoon when a man called 911 and said he got out of this house where Bill Long Jr. had held him against his will for several hours. Police caught up with the man who told them Long, his wife, and a number of weapons were still inside the home. That's when SWAT and several other agencies were called in.
This was a joint effort that, as you know, took an extended period of time to resolve.
Chief Howard Hall says Long's wife came out of the house shortly after police arrived, but he did not. Officers then began communicating with him.
Those negotiations were initially not successful. The subject broke off communications, and we did not hear from him for a lengthy period of time.
Finally, at around 10 o'clock, they were forced to take a more drastic approach.
We forced entry into the front door. We also deployed gas.
Several more hours passed before Long surrendered peacefully at around 12:30 this morning. Officials say apart from the effects of the gas, he was not hurt and no officers were injured.
Everybody that responded to this incident today did an outstanding job. Everybody carried out their responsibilities flawlessly. Everybody from the multiple agencies that I already mentioned worked very, very well together to bring this to a successful resolution.
And some of those other agencies that the chief was just referring to called out to help: Roanoke City Police and SWAT, the Roanoke County Sheriff's Office SWAT team, and Roanoke County Fire and Rescue. Long was arrested on charges of felony abduction and brandishing a handgun. Officials say he could face additional charges pending the outcome of the investigation. He does not appear to have much of a criminal history. When we searched through online court records, all we were able to find was a DUI conviction from back in 2003. We'll send it back to you in the studio.